If you want to see, cut it ever again. You'll give it to our
Give your thumbs up.
And it was like, leave this on that quarter and stuff like that. It's just like that.
Yeah. I think they.
Well, did you? I mean, I know you're on.
All right, so it's 6:30, so I'll call the February regular board meeting order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can you hear us, Yasmin?
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Okay. All right. First up is honors and presentations. Dr. Berg.
We have 3 kids that we would like to recognize. Alexander and Audrey. Mark, you guys come on up to the front, please.
I'm gonna take his coat off.
There we go. We see everyone.
Back here.
Hey.
All right,
That's
very good. This is our younger elementary students. We have Xander, who's in kindergarten. We have Audrey, who's in 1st grade, and then we have Abrar, who is in 2nd grade. And then obviously a big thank you to the families for coming out and supporting them as well tonight. Thank you. All right, we will start with Xander. Xander Pickett is such a sweet and polite kid who consistently demonstrates the Hawk way. He never fails to say please and thank you, jump in to help people, and stand up for what is right. His participation and effort in class can be seen in his notable academic achievements since the beginning of the school year. Way to go, Xander. Keep it up. Our 1st grader is Audrey Gray. Audrey is a natural leader who possesses the rare gift of taking charge while ensuring everyone feels heard. With a heart of gold, she constantly looks for ways to include her peers and build community in the classroom. Audrey's curiosity and excitement for learning is matched by her work ethic. She puts 100% effort into every task, resulting in wonderful academic growth this year. We are very proud of Audrey and the example she sets for all of 1st grade. Our 2nd grade representative is Abrar Cater. Abrar is deeply committed to his learning. He approaches each day with curiosity, always asking thoughtful questions, and never shying away from a challenge. When something is difficult, Abrar doesn't give up, but he puts in the effort, stays focused, and works until he understands. His strong work ethic and determination set a wonderful example for those around him. Just as important, Abrar is a kind and respectful member of our school community. He is a good friend to all, treats everyone with respect, and contributes to a positive and welcoming environment wherever he goes. We are very proud of Abrar and excited to see what he will continue to accomplish. So those are our kindergarten, 1st grade, and 2nd grade representatives. Good job. You guys have a song or a dance? Speech? No? All right. Well, we will go out and take some pictures now, guys. All right.
Wow.
When he's gonna sell us.
I see that because I'm getting ready to say Dean Rawls, and I notice he is not in the room.
He's representing us at the district basketball games.
Oh.
So.
Right.
Yes, the
Yeah.
girl game tonight. It's not going very well right now.
It's okay, though.
Playing. Oh, okay.
Yep, we'll just leave it at that. Right there, everybody knows the drill.
All right.
So I get to fill in for- I get to fill in- yes, let's go a couple positive things. The problem is though, is that the two people we're honoring tonight are at the game tonight. So we will certainly brag on them and give them their certificates when they get to school tomorrow. So first athlete of the month for February is. You move me forward, Josh, thank you. Is Aubrey Dibble. Aubrey Dibble, as you know, is a senior basketball player. She exemplifies what it means to be a team first athlete. She's hardworking, she's dependable, and consistently maintains a positive attitude. Aubrey never complains and is always willing to do whatever the coach asks, putting the success of the team above herself. Her dedication and selfless approach make her an important leader and role model for her teammates. Thank you for a great 4 years, Aubrey. And our second athlete of the month is cheerleader Rose Hagan. Rose is a dedicated junior cheerleader at Valley Park High School. She consistently brings positive energy to our squad. She is dependable, team-oriented, and always willing to help in any way she can. Rose regularly takes initiative and steps up to handle tasks without needing to be asked, making her a valuable and trusted member of the team. Thank you, Rose. Thank you. I'll go through a couple quick things for you guys, some celebrations. Our 8 seniors that cheerleaders as well as basketball players were honored at senior night a couple weeks back. Great night for everyone. Our Life Smarts team, we are back-to-back state champions. So that is amazing. They'll qualified for nationals again. Very cool stuff for them. 9 of our HOSA members qualified for the state competition that's coming up in March, and HOSA is the Organization for Health Sciences. Our varsity boys basketball team won the Bruce Thomas Invitational, the Herky tournament. So very, very good performance by the boys. And 3 of our FBLA members are going to state. So some really cool stuff happening the last time since we've talked to you.
What is Life Smarts?
It is our food science competition. So, and you kind of look down there, you can see the group. They're down on the left-hand corner. It's Peter, Leah, what else says in there? Braden, Miss Care's there, and Addison Stearns in there. So very talented group, and I guess they know their stuff because I don't know exactly what they do. They answer a bunch of questions, and they were smarter than everybody else in the state of Missouri.
Again.
That's all right.
Hi.
This is looking at some sort of banner or some way to honor the new group, so it's very cool.
And it's only their second year of competing.
It's 2 for 2.
Is that a check they're holding?
Yes, so you qualify for the nationals, and they do give you money to help send you to the national competitions.
Happen very often, so that's nice.
Chicago in March, I believe.
Orlando.
Orlando.
Or Chicago last year.
Chicago last year, get my state.
Chicago last year, Orlando in April. So it's coming up pretty quick. Yeah, it's very cool. Looking ahead, we're in the middle of the district basketball tournament right now. I think our girls' season will end tonight, but they had a very nice season. The boys play tomorrow night down in Kingston in the semifinals. If they win, they will play Saturday night in the championship at Jefferson R7. We're hopeful that they will win the championship. They are the #1 seed, if you weren't aware of that. Booster Club Trivia Night coming up. Andre South, new location. Remember that for folks who are going. We got PTO Bingo for the elementary coming up in April. And then spring sports already starts Monday. It's really hard to believe that we're already into March. So here we go.
Well, let's try and be optimistic for our girls a little bit. I don't know, where are we at in the game?
It's 67-10 last time. Check. So
Got it where we want.
I like to be optimistic.
appreciate the optimism.
The other team. Next time, they're not coming back up.
But thank you guys. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Dr. Williams.
67.
Very good. All right, okay. Next up, 2.03 is our elementary school board updates. Come on, back up.
Yep.
All right, well, again, thank you for the opportunity to come before you guys and present a little update. It's been a very exciting month at the elementary, as of course, Kindness Day, friendship parties, and looking forward to getting to a little warmer weather in March, but lots of good things to come. I think before I jump into the presentation and start with celebrations, obviously the first celebration is none of those 3 children were harmed in tonight. I was surprised.
I did.
Just want to get that out of the way. Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Was the lone hero skater of all time.
Correct, yeah, we've gotten smarter about how we group them. And
She probably heard something.
I'm glad they showed up. Let's put it that way. No,
Like she was doing.
that's right. So it is already almost March, and lots of good things happening at the elementary, and we want to be able to share some of those things with you today. Database conversations is one of our biggest, focus areas this year. And not only just having those conversations, about the big things, kind of that autopsy data about MAP and all that, as those things have already happened, but being more real time with what those conversations are and how we can adjust what we're doing instructionally to challenge our students. So we've not only been able to have those as a full staff, but we've broken those down into PLCs and grade levels. And then even gone as far as having our individual teachers come in for those meetings, figure out what's going well, what's not, and try to game plan what we would like to see moving forward to be able to help. When we looked at our fall screener data to our winter screener data, you can see some growth there. In our English language arts, we did go from 33% to 54%. And that's looking at those students that are performing at grade level on that assessment. And then in math, this is the first year of our new resource. So we are hopefully optimistic that that will continue to up the rigor and really increase our students that are performing on grade level. And from the fall to the winter, we went from 20% performing there to 38%. So we are seeing growth. And again, not satisfied with that, and obviously not where we want to end up right now. But continuing to push and continuing to hopefully move the needle in a positive direction. Our building level data team process, basically care team, those conversations about students who are struggling. We're continuing to have those on a 6-week cadence. That way we can really look at whatever intervention we've implemented. And within 6 weeks, hopefully be able to see some real data that shows whether it's working or it's not. And if it's not working, being able to adjust. And if it is working, being able to celebrate that. Within those data team meetings, we are talking about attendance. We're talking about behavior. We're talking about academics. We're looking at our interventionists and our specialists there, trying to make sure that we are maximizing all of our resources appropriately. Positive communication has been a focus for me, really since I came on board last year. And it continues to be for us this year. And up to date, we have over 500 documented positive phone calls that we have made, or emails, or notes home. That includes our Hawk Hoorays, which is that positive phone call home from me, but then it also includes those positive communications that are going home from our teachers and our staff throughout the year as well. Staff collaboration, again, is another piece that we really want to hone in on. The teachers are craving and wanting feedback. And so that became a focus area for us this year. And it starts with teachers being able to go visit each other's classroom and provide positive feedback for the good things that they're seeing within those rooms. And then last Tuesday at our PD day, we were able to incorporate a little vertical teaming where if I'm a 2nd grade teacher, I had an opportunity to visit with 1st grade and 3rd grade to figure out, okay, 1st grade, here's exactly the things, the priorities that I would love to have when a kid walks into my classroom. And then for 3rd grade to be able to say, all right, here's exactly what I'm going to send to you so that you're able to address and work with the students when you get them. We had really good conversations there. I think it was just the tip of the iceberg on how those conversations can continue to grow. But we did get good feedback from the staff on how well that was received and how much they enjoyed that time to do that. And then Mrs. Butts has been very hard at work with our early childhood this year. And one of the biggest celebrations lately has been introducing our early childhood parents to Infinite Campus and being able to report back that progress so that they're starting even at 3 and 4 years old to understand, okay, where is it that I go to view my child's progress? How do I utilize that technology to make sure that I'm keeping up to date with what's going on? So those are some of our celebrations. Of course, we have challenges as well. One of the big challenges and a focus area for us has been student attendance. As you know, we've been very close the last couple of years to meeting our 90% that are here for 90% of the time. And so that has become a focus for us. We set in the second trimester, threw out some attendance incentives. So if anybody's available Friday between 2 and 3, we have a lovely glow party that's going to be taking place at the middle school cafeteria. So you all are invited to attend that, but you have to wear your neon so that you glow. And then we also did a grade level challenge during that time. Again, trying to build in the fact that we know at the elementary level, there's some times where that's not necessarily in the students' hands. And so trying to be very transparent and communicate and really just come up with activities that we can hopefully get our kids going home saying, hey, I know I don't feel that great, but I have to go to school because I want to make sure I can attend the glow party, or I want my grade level to win a pizza party. It was actually cool. We had the very last day, our grade level challenge was won by 1/100th of a point. We had a grade level that was at 97.21 and one that was at 97.20. So our fourth graders were very disappointed that they lost to third grade. But,
Imagine.
so again, just trying to build in some excitement around getting them to come to school. We are continuing to every Friday print out all of our attendance letters and get those sent out. So really just trying to do what we can to influence student attendance and hopefully right now we currently sit with 16 of our kids that have fallen below that 90% threshold. But we know that if we can really hone in on the few that are kind of in that in-between spot, hopefully we can continue to keep enough of them coming to school that we'll be able to meet that this year. Outside support, after we get to a certain threshold in terms of days missed, that does prompt us to put in a hotline call or do some digging with some of those outside supports. And while there are times where, you know, the hotline report doesn't necessarily do a whole lot, or they obviously have lots of other things that they're busy doing, we are going to continue to try to reach out to those resources as well and try to influence that as much as we can. So the other big piece, obviously, we talked about the growth that's happened in ELA and math. But just continuing to focus on that grade level proficiency in both of those subjects, as well as our science and social studies, and really just trying to get to the point where we can have at least 80% of our kids on grade level in both of those core subjects would ideally be the goal, and not going to stop working until we get there. Now, Mrs. Butts will share a couple other things with you as well.
Okay, so for our commitments this year, we're continuing to increase our academic outcomes by utilizing whole group instruction aligned with grade level standards and using district resources with fidelity. So one of the pieces that we've really worked hard on was identifying what does grade level standards look and sound like, and finding a resource that meets those standards and ensuring that our staff are teaching that at tier 1. So all students are receiving that instruction. And then we're also utilizing small group instruction daily based on formative assessments from iReady data. So, you know, just ensuring that our students are, or our teachers, our staff are pulling those students in a small group based on what they need day to day, and reteaching when necessary, and then also providing enrichment to those students that have already mastered that skill. We are also building positive culture and climate within our building by celebrating successes for our staff and students. We're doing a lot of just celebrations with those hawk hoorays, and then we're having our staff visit classrooms and just praising what great things they're seeing within their team members and other staff members' classrooms. So that's been going really, really well. They've shared out at staff meetings just the great things that we're seeing already in our building. We have so many great things happening. And then we are finding additional ways to engage families in the learning. So we do our Stories with Student events throughout the year, but just also finding ways to get our families engaged in those learning activities. We do have, well, going into looking ahead, we have our Stories with Students coming up. We also have our STEAM night on May 7th. Last year was our very first year doing it. It was a huge success. We were able to have the high school students come over to the elementary gym. They led the stations. They did a phenomenal job. We had really, really positive feedback from our families about that event. So we're going to continue it. We're going to hopefully build on it this year, make it even better. So we'll continue to work on that. We just got our team together. First email went out. So that's coming up. We have our K2 concert tomorrow. Hopefully all of you will be there. It starts at 6 p.m. with K, and then first and second grade is at 6:45. And then we have our 5th grade talent show coming up and our spring testing window for iReady K5 and MAP for 3-5. So lots of good things to come, lots of fun things to come. We're excited to see where the year takes us. Any questions?
Dr. Bird, what's the total average attendance for the whole building as of now, from the year so far,
What's the average
for the attendance?
as far as how many kids, like, of how many kids, like, the average number of days missed per student?
What's your average percentage of attendance for the whole elementary for accumulated as of now? Running 94%?
Oh, our ADA is somewhere between 94 and 95%. When we're looking, we're looking kid by kid.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just wanting to know what your accumulated is.
Yeah. We've definitely been hit hard by the sickness bug at times, and there have definitely been days where we've been down in the 80s. But yeah, overall, that's where we're sitting.
And so far you got 16 that are below 90.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
You bet.
Yasmin, do you have any questions? All right,
Thank you, guys.
thank you. Thank you. All right, next up is our ELL presentation.
My name is Dr. Michelle Sensible, and thank you so much for having me here tonight. So technically our name has changed to its ELL, but it's changed to English Language Development. So first slide. So my first question we like to talk about is how diverse is Valley Park? I think we're about 800 students, give or take, pre-K through 12. And of that, 132 are language minority, which means they speak another language in the home besides English. So of that, 16.5%. So that's pretty diverse for as small as we are. That's very diverse. And of that, 21 different languages besides English. So I think it's something to be proud of, speaking of Valley Park. Of that, 17 different countries are represented, besides the United States, of course, and that. And then of those 132 students, 58 of them, K through 12, receive services. And then I don't know if you guys have seen in the cafeteria, we have a beautiful new display that it's hard to see that what it says. I can't even read it from here. What it says, many countries. Can you read it? What it says?
Many countries, many stories, and
Yeah.
community where every
I think there's- I can't read that far away.
language and every voice belongs.
Yes, and then we have other countries that are represented from our students. And we have it too, where they can come off the wall. So as kids come from different countries, we can add to the wall. So, yes, so new thing that we added this past year. And we always do a student highlight. And this year we have Elizabeth C. She is, actually she goes by the name Lisi, and you can read all the wonderful comments. She came here in 4th grade from Cuba, and she is an absolute delight. And I've had the actual privilege of working with her since 4th grade. And I've had her every single year, and she is an absolute delight. She is one of those children that like I don't have children myself, and I tell her mom, if I knew that I was gonna have a kid like her, I would have 50. Because she is just, and she is quiet as can be, but she has grasp onto the English language, and she is just a good human. You know, you just wish we need more people like her in this world. And I will be sad whenever she exits the program, because she is just such a good child. In fact, just this past week, we used her exemplar for writing for the entire 7th grade class. So that's something to be proud of. I see her exiting the program soon, and I will be sad when that day comes. But she is an asset to the Valley Park community. Her parents always show up for conferences. Anytime communication comes, like she always comes, you know what I mean? So she is just a good kid to have in the Valley. We're lucky for anywhere she ended up in St. Louis or really United States. We're lucky that she ended up in Valley Park. So
What's the criteria for them to exit?
there is a state, all of our kids have to take this thing called the access test. And so it's through Wisconsin, but it's like every kid in the state of Missouri has to take it, and they have to pass the 4 domains: reading, writing, speaking, and listening, and they have to get a certain score. So yeah, I see her exiting in the next year or two. So, but yeah, she has made great, she came with absolutely zero English. And now she is just, her social English is there, even though she's extremely quiet, but it's just the academic English now. So it's just really reading and writing. So, but yeah, she's in vocabulary, but yeah, she's an absolute gem. Now the two EL teachers in the program, of course, I've been here 19 years. It's hard to believe, you know, but I've been served, I was K through 12 for a while, but I've always been the ELD coordinator. And my wonderful colleague, Miss Jenny Fitzgerald, I couldn't do this without her. She is in the elementary program and she's been here 8 years. So I am blessed to have her as my colleague. She is absolutely wonderful and I couldn't do this without her. So there's two of us in this role. And then I couldn't do this again without Dr. Megan Brown because she oversees the program and we meet once a month to talk about what's going, how we can improve the program all the time. So really it's the three of us. Celebrations. So this is an important one, especially year for this for celebrations. A couple years ago, we joined the St. Louis Mosaic Project and we were tasked with doing a celebration, doing some kind of event. And a lot of schools do like, let's do where they bring food and stuff like that and celebrate the families in a different way. And I volunteer at the World Bird Sanctuary. I've been there about 3 years. And I had this crazy idea and I thought, birds migrate, people migrate, that it's in our back community. Our mascot's a hawk. You know, I put it together and I brought it to Dr. Brown and Jenny and I said, listen to me. They laughed at me at first, like a year and a half ago. I go, just listen to me. And so I kind of came on board with it. And then a year and a half later, tonight happened. It was a lot of work in progress. And I'm proud to say, I like a good bird pun.
Yeah.
So I wrote something for this. Bear with me. Okay. When I think back on World Cultures Night, I can honestly say it was an event that truly took flight. From the earliest planning stages, our goal was to help learning spread its wings. And thanks to this amazing community, it absolutely soared. Watching families walk through the doors, seeing students proudly ruffle their feathers as they shared cultures, and hearing the excited buzz in the room made every detail worth it. There were moments when I felt like I was juggling a whole nest of plans, but in the end, everything landed just right. The bird thing gave the night such a fun rhythm, and its memory I'll be chirping about for a long time. I'm deeply grateful to the staff, volunteers, families, and the World Bird Sanctuary for helping this event rise to new heights. Together, we prove that we can come together as one community. We can really make something take flight. Thank you for all helping World Cultures Night become an experience that will stay perched in our memories for years to come.
That's great. It was a huge success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great now.
ELD program challenges, of course, every program has challenges. One of the ones that we deal with for family engagement is interpreters for conferences. Just interpreters in general, but for conferences when it comes to the season, whenever our conferences hit, it's when every other school district hits at the exact same time. And so we've been working with administrators and teachers and trying to get the schedule right. And Jenny and I were diligently about getting in like a month, 5 weeks before. I'm calling our interpreters, we go with LAMP, calling them religiously, like, can you get us in, get us in? And then the schedule during the day to keep the interpreters on track. So we have tried to be creative as we can. So even thinking about next year, adding another company within the St. Louis area, trying to find people that speak the language, because sometimes we don't even have them for our families. So that's something that we are always, so that's a high stress topic for me, but something that we're working through. And then another thing is scheduling. We have a schedule that kind of works. And then we may have a new family that comes that doesn't speak, doesn't have any English, and then we have to rearrange the schedule. Jenny may have a little more flexibility with her schedule, but if I'm locked into having a schedule for classes, it's just scheduling can always be something that stresses me out too. But I mean, those are some of the program challenges that we've had. And like any other teachers I've talked to, EL Pro and other areas, like when we go to our meetings, exact same challenges. So that's just something that comes with the territory. Looking ahead, some of the new things that we have, communicating with families. We just brought this new program for the elementary office that will go with the nurse's office called Translate Live. It's this device that can go back and forth between families. That it's a tablet that the families can talk to depending on the language, or if not, they can type into. that will make communication with families easier. We will be updating exit criteria for ELD programs based on access scores. The testing center that we use, the testing program, is updating the tests the kids are using, so they're updating criteria, so that will be coming in the future. And then something that Jenny and I have been working on is defining success criteria for all language domains. Those are reading, writing, speaking, and listening. So we're breaking it down to like level 1 is like a kid that has 0 English, and level 5 is a kid who's ready to exit the program. So we're determining what it looks like at each level. So like having like simplified posters. So something that we've been working on. So any questions?
The Translate Live, is that something that you're gonna use for conferences also?
That is something that we talked about. So having like, it's only one device though. We can't, it's only one, subscription. So if we have a backup, like for one family, like for like a family that we say, we don't have an interpreter for that language, we might be able to use it for one conference at a time. So, but that's something that we might be able to add more to in the future.
You'd think there'd be a grant or something for something like that.
Not a lot of grants right now.
Yeah. Tough times for you.
But yes, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
Do you have any video capability of like using an iPad? With like a VRO type thing? No?
No, we
You
do
said the
have
hospitals,
a phone system. We have a
Yeah,
phone system
over
called.
the phone,
Yeah,
but
the
where the
phone-
conferences are being held, like we had to utilize some of that in the elementary classrooms. But where they're being held in the middle school and the high school, it makes it difficult because we do have the over the phone interpreter system.
Yeah.
But it's just difficult where they're being held at the middle school and high school.
We use an iPad and.
Yeah.
It's a system that goes and then you see the, almost like FaceTiming basically is what you're doing. So.
What is that? I'm not familiar. What do you use?
I don't know the exact name of the program, but I thought it was something through LAMP.
Because we
I'm
have,
at the hospital level, so I
we
don't.
have LAMP, but setting it up and then getting the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
Get in
go through
person,
LAMP, but it
right.
makes it, yeah, because like we try to do the face-to-face and
It's the
stuff like that.
scheduling
Yeah, it's the scheduling aspect
Oh,
of it that makes it
absolutely.
difficult. So, and then we also want privacy of knowing, you know what I mean, of having the, yeah, so.
Are we partnering with, you know, in the community as far as translation? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
You were just so.
I'm sorry, Yasmin. You started.
Sorry, yeah.
That's my fault.
No, that's okay. Are we partnering with like community organizations like in the International Institute or even St. Louis Mosaic, right? As far as
We have a
translation?
partnership with LAMP. We used to be with International Institute years ago, but now we're with LAMP.
Okay.
And then now there's another organization that, I can't remember the name of it. It's on my list back in my classroom, but we're going to look after the conferences in March and see if we maybe need to add additional ones. But it's just, we are competing with everybody and getting enough interpreters. That's the challenge.
Yeah, there's also an organization called Monarch.
Yes, that's the one.
Immigration
Yeah, that's the one on
Okay.
my list.
Awesome, okay.
Even
Yeah,
looking
and I
out
just
5
wanna-
weeks in advance doesn't guarantee. That's the problem
Oh.
with that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And I just
Dr.
want to give
Sensible is
kudos.
really good
to
about accessing all the community resources she can.
Yeah.
Challenge is she's one of 22 school districts all trying to tap into the same resources, and as she alluded to, sometimes the scheduling overlaps and getting
Yeah.
where they are is a challenge. But
Yeah,
I
it
know
led to tears on occasion.
Dr. Sensible is not afraid to knock on anybody's doors or ask for
Yeah.
resources when
Yeah.
needed.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank
And
you
I
so
just
much.
want to
And
give.
thank you again for
kudos-
recommending the Mosaic project when you did to us several years ago. So
Yes.
Sure, yeah. And I want to give kudos to you for that. The world, I'm sorry, I can't think of anything right now. The World
Culture Night.
Bird Sanctuary Night. Yeah, that was an
Yeah.
amazing event. And it was such a success, you know, just with the attendance and all that. So
I forgot I
Yeah.
made my cool slide. I had to show you.
Language
I
on
had to show it. So
yeah, that's
thank you
awesome.
guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Michelle. Thank you. All right. Can I get a motion
I'll make a
to,
motion.
can I get a second? Okay, all those in favor? Any opposed? Right, the agenda passes. Next up, consent items 5.01 through 5.03. Does anybody want to pull any one of them out for individual consideration? Can I get a motion, Rich?
I'll make a motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I,
Opposed? Oh, thanks, Yasmin. Sorry. Sorry.
Just delayed just a little bit.
All right. Consent items pass, no action items, public comments. All right. Can I get a motion to adjourn, Rich?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All right, Pete.
Aye.
Yasmin?
I.